What's up, guys? Mad Rambles, episode 33. As always, it's a Sunday, so I'll go over the things that I've been trying to improve on, and then I'll list two things that I'm going to try and improve and focus on in the coming week. So I've been trying to improve on coming in with an idea, enthusiasm, video professionalism, being able to see me a bit easier. It's a bit darker now and change the bedroom around, but hopefully you still can see me, so it's not too bad. Going into detail when talking about topics, a video plan, being more seated and less off-putting by my movements. And the two that I'm including today is adding a title in the video, so it's Mad Rambles episode X blah blah blah, title or whatever. Instead of just putting Mad Rambles, so they're easier for me to find, so I don't repeat myself, so people can watch them fine. Even though I'm not necessarily doing them for people to watch, it still feels decent to have them a bit more organised, be a bit more professional with that, so I'm gonna add a title. And post immediately after doing rather than waiting. And I think this ties into trying to improve everything in my life, and that's sense of urgency. Not waiting for certain things to come. Because you can't just wait for success to come. You have to ruthlessly go after it, ruthlessly try to obtain it, and whatever's in your way, try to conquer it, achieve it until you get to the end destination, and then you fucking do it again. So that's what I'm trying to do this week, is show a bit more urgency. I film the videos, I post it immediately. There's no waiting around. So today's episode 33, titled Never Giving Up. This is an obvious one. I mean, I feel like it goes without saying. You should never fucking give up, and it's easy. It's easier said than done. But it's times I've hated my fucking life. I've tried to implement this and just stay the path in order to achieve the success that I ultimately want. But I know will take time. And what we're going to cover from that is 5 things. We're going to do, you might have to start shit. A 9 to 5 is fine if it's part of the plan. Learning from your mistakes, the eventual success, embracing struggle as part of success. So we'll start from the first part. You might have to start shit. If it's worthwhile, it most likely is going to be hard to some degree. Because if it wasn't, everyone would fucking do it. And if everyone could do it, then it wouldn't be respected. As things that tend to be respected are things that are hard. And they're hard, meaning not everyone can do it. So things that are respected, not everyone can do it. So as you go after some feat that you deem success, whether that's have X amount of money, have this car, have this house, have this fucking woman, have this lifestyle, have this watch, whatever it fucking is, have this career, whatever it is. How you start is crucially important, because so many people see the road to success as a road backwards, potentially. You know, they don't want to do the shit things. And a lot of the times, that tends to be, I need to do this piece of work, or I need to start doing this in my life. And it's shit. And it takes away from the quality of their life now. So, for instance, if someone says, I want to make millions of pounds, and then you say, well, okay, we'll start learning. But learning's boring. The idea of making £1 million makes their life feel better. But the idea of implementing the thing needed to get me £1 million in their life isn't fun. And therefore, they only see the small thing. They only see that first jump, so they think, it's not worth it because it's not fun. But instead of not thinking, all right, well, if I do this for a long enough time period, it will become fun and I will get to the £1 million. How much is the £1 million inevitably worth to me? I've talked about worth and how much something needs to be worth for you to actually go out and achieve it. You need to want to change more than the struggle of change itself. Mosey talks about this all the time. And a lot of times you'll have to start doing the absolute shit stuff. But everyone's got to fucking start somewhere, no matter who the fuck you are. And I've realised this in my life in terms of business. Like, dude, I wanted I wanted millions. So I realised, alright, cool. I'm gonna have to do all this boring work. I'm gonna have to study. I'm gonna have to implement it. I'm gonna have to do all this boring work in order to get there. But also, how am I gonna fund myself while I'm doing it, right? And I thought, I don't want a shitty 9 to 5. I don't want to put myself through that. Or I don't want a part-time job. But sometimes you need to do that whilst you're learning, whilst you're building, whilst you're starting to implement, so that in order you can support yourself, to which you can then do it. And a lot of people just don't seem to be able to work fucking shit jobs. Like I've worked in a meat factory, I've worked in McDonald's, I've worked in a bar. Like I've worked some shit jobs. And I've done that in order for me to be able to do the things and fund the things that will inevitably lead to growth, which will lead to the thing that I ultimately want. Be a multimillionaire, have a business, potentially have success on this YouTube channel, show growth over a period of time, get better at speaking. But that always comes, that all comes from being able to support myself. So a 9 to 5 for me was always bad, but I didn't think about it right. A 9 to 5 was only bad because of where I was going. If I was just stuck in a 9 to 5, for me, then it's bad because I have no end goal. But I was doing it for a reason, and the reason wasn't to stay here forever or just for comfort. The reason was support me so that I could learn, so that I could apply myself, so that I could earn more money, so that I could get more money, so I get more money, more skills, more knowledge, until I don't need that 9 to 5 and I can do that full time, I can do whatever the fuck I want. But it all stemmed from doing that hard things, those shit things and the sacrifices in the fucking start. So maybe where instead of working that beautiful, that not fucking beautiful, but maybe that 35k a year job with a nice little company car, you work that 20k a year car. Sorry, you work that 20k a year job, live way below your means, and just learn every spare moment you have, and then you turn that knowledge into the point where you're making 20k a month. And then, funny enough, you don't need that 20k job, and then that 30k job with the company car looks fucking shy in comparison. And that's done through learning from your mistakes. Learning from your mistakes. Completely learn from other people's mistakes, but also make your own. And I'm finding this out. Like, I watch a video, cool. I learn what to do, perfect. I do it, and then as I'm doing it, I'll make this mistake, I'll learn from it. And that comes from the more you do. The more you do, the more mistakes you'll do. The more mistakes you'll do, the more you learn from them. And the more you learn from them, the more success you'll have. So ultimately, the more you do, the more mistakes. The more mistakes, the more success. So don't be afraid and fearful of mistakes. So don't give up just because you've made a billion mistakes. As long as you are learning from them and then can see a sort of path out of them, then you're on the right process. And that is what I'm slowly learning. And the eventual success. This will lead to the eventual success. Eventually, if you apply yourself in the right fucking areas, consistently showing growth through your mistakes, then you can't not be successful. And I truly believe this. Obviously, talking from someone who's not who at the current moment in time hasn't achieved the success they wanted, but in the future I fucking will. Why? Because I don't believe over a long enough time plan, if I continue to do the things in order to achieve success, that I won't be successful. Because I just won't give up until I am. And that's important. I feel like when you have that mindset, you can almost achieve anything. Like I did, obviously it's very different, but I did, in uni I did mechanical engineering. And I fucking hated it. I hated physics at GCSE, but I did GCSE physics. I then went on and did A-level maths, physics and biology. Hated them all, right? Why? Because I said I'd get a mechanical engineering degree. I did them, and then I went on to uni. And I spent 4 years doing a mechanical engineering degree. Why? Because I fucking said I would. I fucking hated every minute of it, but I said I would, so I keep fucking doing it, regardless. And you have to embrace the struggle. You have to embrace the struggle as part of success. It's almost your right to success, right? I saw a tweet about this from Tate, and he says money won't make you happy or change your problems. you have to overcome the struggle. You haven't struggled enough for it yet. I think that's true. And you have to struggle enough to feel like to show you have earned it, because the growth through the struggle is the true goal. It is the true diamonds. 10 minutes. I've been Keelan. Peace.